Hi, I'm Nani, and this is the Chronicles of Nani. You're probably not going to see as much of my smile as you normally do, because I had changed ideas from my original one, where I was going to be talking about baking and baking through the years, and my original candy that I made for my dad when I was 7, and how my what I call divinities, which is the beginning of my first name, Divana, and replacing divinities, which I don't really care for. Divinity, the white pasty stuff with almonds or something in it. I liked my cookies a lot better. And then it changed from that because I wasn't happy about talking about baking anymore. I had changed this to I was going to be saying hello and letting you know that this was the last vlog that I was going to do, and that the Chronicles of Nani vlog was going to cease to exist after this vlog. My mind changed after conversations with a couple friends, but this week we are not going to talk about how happy baking makes me and has always made me. And next week, which I originally had planned to do a few stories about Christmases past and things that still make me happy about Christmas. I'm not doing that either. This week, we're going to talk about seasonal depression, because I can tell you that I've got it. The natural light that you're seeing on my face this morning is from snow. I woke up this morning to snow falling, and I will be honest, I am not one of these people that says it's not Christmas without snow. I'm one of the people that says it's not Christmas without lights. Snow depresses me, and watching snow fall makes me feel bad. The absolute only thing that I can say good about the fact that it was snowing this morning is that the snow is giving me some good natural light on a cloudy day. But this is still Cyber Coffee Shop, and I'm drinking out of the Nani mug that if you watch the intro to this vlog, you've seen the Nani mug, because it's the last photograph at the end of the intro. And I'm drinking out of the Nani coffee mug today because I'm dealing with the fact that I'm feeling selfishly guilty right now. And that's part of the raspiness that you hear in my voice, is because I spent a lot of time crying yesterday. Because I had actually, I have a wonderful aide who does so much work when she's here, and helped me with a major project that I wanted to do for the holidays. And I didn't really think about the fact that I was trying to do a major project and I can't do any of the work. I can supervise. And that should make me feel selfish and guilty to expect somebody else to do all the work while I watch. And to make a sizable project and still expect somebody else to do the work. And I ended up taking somebody who works so hard for me and does special things for me. And I expected so much, and I wore her out with trying to get this project done for me. And it made me feel guilty. It made me feel selfish. So it was really hard when I asked her to work on this project for me, which included some baking. And I for the last few years, baked some things that I've taken to Christmas dinner. And I definitely need to put the air quotes in when I talk about baking, because I write the recipes and sit in the wheelchair and watch somebody else do all the work. And the aide who does all the cooking for me right now, she's just fantastic, because finding a home health aide who actually can cook really well, not an easy thing to do, because home health aides are not generally expected to cook, or they're expected to cook very simple things they can throw in the microwave for you. And I'm fortunate that my aide, Andrea, can use my Instant Pot, and I don't even know how to use the Instant Pot because I can't reach it. But it's still, I write the recipes, she makes the recipes, we put them in containers that can go in the freezer, and it works out that I keep about 2/3 of them and send a third home with her. Just simply because she's doing all the work. And the recipes that we both like, when I watch her doing stuff in the kitchen, it's almost like watching myself when I used to be able to cook. She is wonderful, and I feel guilty because I've just given her way too much to do, and she's absolutely met that task, but I think I'm exhausting her. And the worst part is I watch and do nothing and feel exhausted, and I think I've come to realize that the reason that exhausts me is because I'm watching with guilt. And that adds to a season. The holiday season used to be one of my favorite times of the year. I can't enjoy it on my own anymore. The room that I am in almost all the time looks like a storage room, or like a storage facility. It doesn't even look like a house. There are no lights. There's no Christmas tree. There's nothing that makes me happy. Nothing that makes me feel like it's the holiday season at all. So today I'd like to talk about the fact that seasonal depression is very real. I've been a person who's been diagnosed with clinical depression, not just, wow, I feel bad, but actual depression. And I got over that. and I'm starting to feel it coming back again. The worst part is yesterday, as I started to feel that darkness filling me, I was almost welcoming it because I felt like I deserved it. But there are a lot of people with chronic illnesses that do go through that seasonal depression because it's not the same as it used to be. And there are two things that can really increase the depression at this time of year. The first one is too much attention. Everybody's so worried about the sick person and making sure that they're getting lots of attention, and that, is there anything else you need? Can I bring you something to make you feel happy? And it makes you feel like a sick person. And in the past, people have done special things for me that have not made me feel like a sick person. This year, like I said, the actually asking for things is what makes me feel bad. I have always enjoyed when friends come to visit, and just, it's the holidays, and, we're going to have some holiday coffee and some cookies and just sit and talk for a couple of hours. And honestly, this year, even talking to friends on the phone while we have coffee and cookies of our own and sit and talk for a couple of hours does feel good. It makes me feel special. But when I'm asking for things, that's what makes me feel selfish. And I'm not trying to say that I want people to just come up with stuff and do things for me, because that's actually not incredibly different. I enjoy, I guess I enjoy the things that I don't ask for, but I feel bad about things that I'm asking for because people have got their own holidays and their own families and other friends that they want to share their holidays with too. And my dad actually calls my brother and me every night, even if it's just to check in and say hello. And I look forward to those calls and talking to my dad. And he has recently discovered the What's Up app, which is a telephone app that you can actually use and see the person you're talking to. And he enjoys using that as well, which sometimes my hair, looks sort of like it does today, and sometimes it looks even stranger, but he still likes seeing my face, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate receiving the call from him, and he does totally understand that if I call him, it's because he hasn't called me in a couple of days and I'm concerned, or there's something major going on that I need to talk to him. Because just to say hello and how are you, I'm not going to make that call. But I do enjoy getting those calls. But I don't like... I've always looked at Christmas as something, and the whole holiday season, as something that I enjoy doing for other people. And I don't ever expect gifts, and I don't ask for gifts. Because actually I prefer presents, Presence, over presents, presents, because people are more important to me than gifts. However, I love giving gifts, which is kind of strange. But this year, because I had a major project I wanted to work on, and because it's things I can't do, I felt like I was making demands. Sort of like back when I was a project manager, producer, where I would put together a list and I would say, you do this, you do this, you do this. At the holidays, I'm not that kind of person, and this year I have been. And it's made me feel very bad. So I look out the window now and see the snow falling and see it covering the roofs. I think my husband said we're expecting about an inch. If it's anything more than a dusting, it's too much for me. So between that and the fact that I've felt demanding, which I don't think goes with the holidays. I don't want to be demanding. I want to be giving. And I need to figure out ways to be giving without being demanding. It's not a terrible thing to ask for help because I need help. But if it's a major project and I can't contribute, I really can't do it. I've got to accept that. 2020 it's been a bad year for most of us for a ton of different reasons. But for somebody with a chronic illness that, waiting for someone to call or stop by and feeling forgotten, or feeling overwhelmed because no one will give you any alone time. I am an extroverted introvert, which that's my personality type. It means that I can be extroverted, but it takes a lot of effort and it usually exhausts me after I'm done, because generally I need my alone time. I'm an introvert. I like books, and it's frustrating because I haven't had a chance to read a lot lately. And I'd love to do more book report type stuff and talk about books that I've read, except that I haven't had a chance to read them. But at this time of year, there are plenty of people that their illness is seasonal depression. And then those of us with a chronic illness can get seasonal depression. Sort of like I wasn't claustrophobic when I had my first MRI. Now that I get them every year, I have to have medication to keep me from going nuts, being shoved in a tube for anywhere from a half hour to last time it was an hour and a half. And I had to be pretty much loopy when I went in the tube, so that I wouldn't be freaking out halfway through the MRI and they'd have to quit. So you as the years go by and you're dealing with a chronic illness, it's really easy to get depressed at the holidays, especially the more involved and the bigger deal that they used to be, and the less that they can be now, makes it worse. If I could get my area where I'm sitting most of the time to look a little bit more like the holidays and a little bit less like I'm sitting in a storage shed, but at least one with a big window, that might help. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm feeling very down, borderline serious depression again. And that's not uncommon for people with chronic illnesses like MS. And I'm not at all discounting the people who have seasonal depression and it's not caused by a chronic illness or a disease. In itself, it's a disease. But I do encourage to have somebody to talk to, and I mean a professional. Don't feel weird about talking to a therapist, a psychologist. As a matter of fact, my next appointment with my therapist is just after Christmas, and I'm going to talk to her at that time about, am I in a position where, at least for a while, I need to step up to talking to a actual psychologist again for a while. If there's something where I've reached the point where I need medication, I don't want to believe that. I don't like taking medication. I don't like taking pills for anything. But it is something a friend had suggested to me is something that I might need medication for if I'm becoming truly depressed again. Next week, I plan to, instead of holiday stories, I'm going to talk about professional help and getting the kind of help that your brain needs to deal with a chronic illness. And yeah, even to dealing with the holiday season becoming something that's depressing, whether or not it ever was. But a chronic illness can definitely bring that on. So we'll be talking next week about a little bit more about seasonal depression, chronic illness, how those work together, and different things that can be going on psychologically with you because of the chronic illness that you might not even realize are there, and there are people that can help. Now I know this has been a happy Chronicles of Nani, and you may have noticed that the signature colored curls are not there this week. I kind of look at those curls as Nymphadora tonks. Harry Potter character, and it's definitely pop culture stuff that's still relatively current, and you can definitely look up Nymphadora tonks online to get more information about hair that changes color with moods. So right now, the colored curls will just say that they're still there. They just blended into the hair and become invisible, because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. This is my usual point where I encourage you to subscribe to the blog. And I don't know if I can really do that right now unless you're dealing with chronic illness and seasonal depression, and it's all coming together. And it may be something that you want to subscribe to, you want to be part of it. And maybe extra subscribers will bring back more of the smile. I don't know. But it's sort of right now I'm doing the vlog because I love doing it. I was in tears thinking about not doing it anymore because it's the one thing that's brought me true joy in the last 6 months, or the last 6 months representing the last 6 years. I finally found something that makes me truly happy, so I don't want to leave. And I'd love to see the subscriber number go up. If there are more people that are dealing with the same ups and downs that I deal with, subscribe and become part of the family, and maybe we can help each other. But for now, sorry it's not happy baking like it was originally supposed to be. And maybe next Christmas we'll be happy baking time again. And that's the type of vlog I can do then. But for right now, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Have a great week. I'm gonna try to do that too. And we'll talk some more about this exact sort of thing next week, and see if we can't work some of that out for all of us, and see if we can't bring back my smile a little bit. And I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.